All right, ladies and gentlemen, we take to the air on the Steve Malzberg Show live from our New York City studios to talk about the incident that took place in Dallas that had us all riveted last night and then horrified again early this morning, and still horrified that this could happen in the United States of America. The largest loss of life in one single incident for police officers since 9/11. 12 officers shot, 5 dead. Dallas police believe it's one shooter. There have been reports that inside the Dallas Police Department they believe another shooter may have been involved. Micah Johnson, 25 years old, was blown up by a police robot after he held him at bay for many, many hours last night or early this morning. He had served in Afghanistan, and he is the shooter. If there's another shooter, the police are not saying exactly. They also have arrested 3 other people who we were told right along were not being cooperative. Yet they are not saying that they're involved. So why would they not be cooperative if they're not involved? I don't know. Here is a Facebook picture of Micah Johnson, and I only bring it to you because he's got a Black Power salute going in this picture. I assume we have it. Possibly we don't. He told officers he wanted to kill white people, especially white cops. Police found an arsenal in his home. There he is. And the arsenal including bomb-making materials, which, by the way, he told police while he was holed up that there were bombs planted all over Dallas. Thank God none of those have gone off, if in fact there were any planted at all. I want to also tell you that today there has been a shooting of a police officer in Baldwin, Missouri, and one in Georgia. And we have an incident in Tennessee where a man was shooting at white people. I want you to hear from the police chief of Dallas. Here's some of what he had to say earlier.
This was a well-planned, well-thought-out, evil tragedy by these suspects. And we won't rest until we bring everyone involved to justice.
All right. And I don't know. They're not telling us how many were involved. Here's another statement from the police chief.
He said he was upset about the recent police shootings. The suspect said he was upset at white people. The suspect stated he wanted to kill white people, especially white officers.
Here are the 5 officers who were killed in Dallas. Among them, veterans of military service, a grandfather who just recently was married, I believe a week ago, remarried obviously, a week ago, the young father of young children. 5 police officers have lost their lives, and we hope that the wounded all recover. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there was a 7-Eleven that was looted. I want you to listen to a TV report of that. This was right after the police shootings in downtown Dallas.
This 7-Eleven they shut down about an hour ago because there were just so many people here. We had a chance to talk with someone who came in to actually get some water, and they said people were just coming in and just taking alcohol out of the fridges out of the fridge in the area, and also just taking anything they can.
Is there ever an incident or a riot or any such incident without a good looting? What would it be without a good looting? Now, I want you to see the B-roll here. We're not going to play the sound. It's hard to understand. But not only was there looting, watch these thugs taunt the Dallas police. This was after the shootings. Watch. Just watch. Look at this. Look, just watch this. Look at them dancing in the background. The police had to stand and watch this and take this, grabbing of the crotch area. Just a lovely, lovely scenario, ladies and gentlemen. A lovely, lovely scenario. As the cop there, you saw the back of him. He had to stand by and watch. Now, yesterday, the Minnesota governor, because as you know, there were 2 police shootings of suspects. One in Louisiana, we saw that video, and one in Minnesota, we saw that video. The governor of Minnesota, Mark Dayton, yesterday, unbelievably, irresponsibly, and in a calculated manner actually said this about that police shooting.
So I'm forced to confront, and I think all of us in Minnesota are forced to confront, that this kind of racism exists, and that it's incumbent upon all of us to vow that we're going to do whatever we can to see that it doesn't happen, it doesn't continue to happen.
Okay. He also went on to say, and I guess I called for the wrong bite, he also went on to say that if the people in the car were not black, they would not have been shot. How on earth could that man say that? But he wasn't alone. Barack Obama in Poland last night before the Dallas shootings, 1 a.m. local time in Poland, did what he does best, trashed the United States of America from foreign soil. Watch.
We've got some tough history, and we haven't gotten through all of that history yet. And we don't expect that in my lifetime, maybe not in my children's lifetime, that all the vestiges of that past will have been cured, will have been solved.
That was before the police shootings in Dallas. He also gave phony statistics. I say phony because they're irrelevant, they're meaningless, about how often blacks are stopped by police, how often blacks are shot by police. Phony baloney statistics that have no meaning and no context. He talked about how we all got to do something about how blacks are treated by police, and he stokes the flames. It's what he does best. But later on, after the Dallas shooting, and he did speak about it, but after that, it was business as usual for Barack Obama. Here he is at the NATO summit in Poland with Mr. Cameron. And here he is again, because there must have been a real funny joke. There you go. The optics stink. Like when San Bernardino happened and he was in Cuba and stayed at a baseball game. The optics stink.